What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on the Superman movie. Also, we've got to talk about the potential DCU Batman. What is freaking good, YouTube? Warstu here. If you are new around, and make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, KU, monsterverse, pop culture-based content that I try to cover on a daily basis. Could subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know how freaking excited are you for the Superman movie, which is coming out very soon. Also, check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful face. Also, we have a channel over there where I can post stuff that I can't necessarily put on YouTube. And also check us out on Twitter, WarstuG. Right, let's get into it. So, the marketing campaign for the Superman movie. Some people call it genius. I don't understand why you're calling it genius. We're now in May, June, July. And according to James Gunn, we haven't had a real trailer yet. We're supposed to be getting this Oppenheimer, Barbie level marketing. Where the freaking hell is it? We didn't even get a Super Bowl trailer. So apparently the first real trailer is coming out next week. But why I'm a bit skeptical about this is because, as we know, most scoopers are fake and they just spout nonsense. Is there like, yeah, we're getting a trailer next week between the 12th and the 16th, which is a 5-day window. Interesting. James Gunn says we haven't had a real trailer yet, which I find hard to believe. He's like, trailer 2.5? You haven't even seen trailer 1 yet. Only a teaser. That teaser was 2 minutes long. A sneak peek. Okay, the sneak peek was in the cinema was over 3 minutes, and the behind the scenes, which did reveal a lot. So even though we actually haven't had a full trailer, James Gunn, we've seen a lot of footage already, including the ending. Okay, maybe not exact. Okay, it's very close to the ending scene, as we know the plot leaks are 100% true. So we've had some interesting reports come out recently, although this is an old report that's being re-reported by Screen Rant. David Zaslav bet big that they can show the world that DC's IP can have a real value. Superman is the first movie that will set the tone. They have a tremendous amount riding on it. Experts claim Warner Bros. Discovery is very dependent on Superman's performance through DC. I find this hard to believe, and I do believe it. As we know, Minecraft movie, it's over $800 million now. Sinners is over $200 million with a budget of 100. So Sinners will break even, and Minecraft has already broken even. So Warner Bros. Studios is having a very good year, but the DC brand could potentially be worth a crazy amount of money if this Superman movie is successful. Now, it doesn't really matter if it's critically successful. It has to financially make money. Take the Thunderbolts, for example. The fans love it. Critics love it. It doesn't look like it's going to break even. Not with a 160 opening. It has to break 500 to break even. So it doesn't really matter how well Superman is received, in my opinion. It's got to make a lot of money. So there's a lot riding on this, which I also find that hard to believe because you're shooting Supergirl. It's just wrapped, I believe, in the UK. You're shooting the Lanterns movie. You got the Lanterns HBO Max series. You've got Peacemaker Season 2 coming out. And James Gunn basically came out and said, yo, if the Superman movie doesn't do well, there is no DC. It's just the way they talk. I just wish they would be more honest. And I wish they would stop talking, to be fair. So recently, Michael DeLuca has come out and said something quite interesting. Warner Bros. Michael DeLuca says James Gunn understood the assignment with Superman. Okay, that's interesting. If you understanding the assignment, then you hire a marketing, advertising, so-called expert post an internal screening because apparently it was 50-50 with the Warner Bros. Execs. We've seen an early cut of Superman, and I don't want to bury the lead. There's a lot of marketing about to roll out ahead of its release, but he really understood the assignment. Interesting. So, comes out the end of July. Really in the middle of May, right? I get it. They keep saying this marketing. Where the freaking hell is the marketing? Right? The first trailer, which is you guys want to call it the teaser trailer, cool story, bro. Although it was a full trailer. Did well. That came out months ago now. Putting Superman skin in Fortnite isn't really going to do a lot because Superman is up there with Batman, is one of the most well-known established characters in the freaking universe. Stop yapping, Michael DeLuca, about this marketing campaign, right? So the trailer's got to come out soon. Why? Because it is literally 2 months before the movie comes out. So in May, we have Lilo and Stitch coming out very soon, and Mission Impossible coming at the end of the month. So if this alleged release date next week from Monday to Friday is true, I personally think it's pretty much a guess. But it would make sense to get the trailer out before Lilo and Stitch, and or get the trailer out before Mission Impossible. So there is a huge backlash, and I've read the comments on the video, and I do find it very weird, very strange that James Gunn DC fans will defend everything, will literally defend everything, even though it's literally staring you in the face. We can literally see Superman is getting hate when he's walking through to what looks like a courtroom, so on and so forth. The whole monkey scene where Lex Luthor has some online monkeys that are going to troll Superman, and there's going to be some kind of hashtag. We know most of the plot leak is literally true. We can see the sequences already from said plot leak going way back to Ultraman, the Kaiju. That information came out before the first trailer came out, and we can see the story is basically going to be a quite generic story. But the comments literally make me laugh. Some commentators online think James Gunn is trolling the internet with this sequence like it's a fake scene they've put out there. No, this is coming from people that have already seen said movie, and to have stars of the movie saying, yeah, it's great, that basically means nothing. I do read the comments, and it does make me laugh, and people saying James Gunn is a masterful, he's so great. No, James Gunn's writing is pretty bad, let's be honest, lads. He's great at directing, great being cameraman, great at being the lighting man, but writing it is pretty bad, to be honest. But I think this movie could be pretty damn cool. So there's been reports that the Clayface movie is kind of being rewritten. Now, some people believe this is to put DCU Batman into Clayface because the whole Batman 2. Now, the Batman 2, if they are going to start shooting at the end of the year, like they're aiming for, they would have to go into pre-production by May, June, because pre-production is generally 3 to 6 months. So if pre-production doesn't start, or if no official information comes out soon about Batman 2, they're not going to start shooting December, January as reported. But there are raw reports out there which are interesting. There's reports that a Batman actually shows up at the end of this movie. Interesting. And there's also reports that James Gunn is already working on the next Superman movie. So the source for this information, it's not from a credible source, although everyone seems to think they're credible. Breaking. Warner Bros. Will announce a sequel to Superman if the film succeeds at the box office. Captain Obvious. The sequel will either be an adaptation of The World's Finest or an origin story written by James Gunn that doesn't feature Batman. Why is Batman even coming into the play? Of course, if the Superman movie does well. This makes no sense to me, this whole, if it does well, they're going to make another movie. They've literally said the whole universe is built around Metropolis, built around Superman. But if the Superman movie does well, we're going to get a sequel. Like, seriously, makes me laugh. You can't really believe anything online. You really can't. It's like Ben Affleck was recently asked. Now, hypothetically, this is never going to happen, right? But Ben Affleck said, yeah, he would return as Batman if asked. Of course, if Zack Snyder asked him, he would return. Of course, if Amazon Prime got the right, of course, if Netflix got the rights, hypothetically, it could happen, right? Because the stock at Warner Bros. Discovery is pretty bad. They're still in a $45 billion worth of debt. Hypothetically, it could happen. And the fact that Ben Affleck said, yeah, I would come back, debunks all this nonsense and noise. So the source of this is very hit and miss. Recently, the lad's got a lot of stuff wrong. I don't actually say where stuff comes from because to me, it's all just nonsense. But I like to report stuff that I think people want information on. So the DCU Batman could appear in Clayface. I mean, it would make sense. Personally, I don't really have an interest for Clayface, but if Super or Batman appear in this movie, then sure, I will cover it. But I'm not one of these creators that will make 25 videos when I can literally say everything in one actual video. So James Gunn posted his dog reacting to Crypto being in the movie. I mean, I think pulling on this whole dog storyline isn't very good, only purely because it's Supergirl's dog. It's not even Superman's dog. It's Supergirl, drunk Supergirl's dog. Like, really, bro. Really. So there is still backlash for this whole super shiz storyline that I went over, I think, a week ago or so. And I got backlash because people think it's fake. Like, I don't understand. The leak culture's out there. It's been out there for a long time. And most of the leaks generally turn out to be 100% true, to be honest. Now, I won't go over it, but people saying, oh, it's such a Lex Luthor thing to do. Why would Lex Luthor hire or create or have a bunch of monkeys troll Superman to hurt his feelings online? Interesting. Further claim James Gunn uses a hashtag super shit hashtag in the movie which trends to damage Superman's image, but the real twist is Lex Luthor's behind it all, using an army of mutant monkeys as keyboards to flood trolls into tear Superman down. I mean, that does really happen to people in the 21st century, and we do see Superman getting a lot of hate throughout the trailer. We can only go by said trailer because James Gunn's too scared to release another trailer, although he keeps saying how great the trailer is. There was a trailer released in Japan recently, but no, that was just the first trailer we got. It's just interesting when everyone close to the movie and everyone that works for Warner Bros. Discovery saying it's great, and we're having these weird reports of these quips. But it might not even be that bad. But like I say, I really hope the Superman movie is good, and I really hope they have reshot a bunch of stuff, which could be interesting if they have. So like always, guys, let us know. What do you want the Batman 2? Do you want DCU Batman to appear in the Superman movie like allegedly he does in the post-credit scene? Don't know how real that is, but I just wanted to go over a bunch of Superman stuff because I am looking forward to it. Although loads of y'all lads think I'm not. I don't understand where you get it from. I can critique something, can be negative about something, and still be looking forward to something. I don't like. It's not exclusive if I hate on a part of a movie to whether I actually like the movie overall. I'm not these chill. I'm not one of these DC channels that are going to make out this movie is amazing, even if they personally don't like it. I don't chase the social media stuff like a lot of other influencers. So like always, guys, I'll catch you in another video, guys, very soon. Catch ya later.